people would rely on the government for food stamps, money, things like that, because they're making more money. So it would also help the government out in that way, because we would have to budget less money for those kind of programs. There's many others. It would also lower employee turnover. Employees wouldn't quit their job because they're not making enough money. Also, it would increase technological employment. From an economics point, this would decrease the labor-intensive industries because it increases the cost for those companies. So it would really stimulate innovation and creativity, and it also would promote economic growth because there's more money to be spent. There are some concerns, and as with everything, there's always a negative. Increasing it would reduce the demand for workers, because the way some companies will do, if they have to pay a higher wage, they're not going to be able to afford more workers, and so in that turn, they're not going to demand them. And so there might be less, I guess, there'll be more unemployment. It could hurt the least employable, the people who aren't really properly trained, they don't have good education. Those are a lot of the people who are working at minimum wage, and it would basically, employers are not going to pay for a person to work at this position where they don't feel it's worth. If you can't produce at your job because you don't have the right training, they're not going to want to pay that extra premium for the higher minimum wage, so they wouldn't even employ them. It would affect the prices being sold. As you can see, the input prices would go up, direct costs would go up because you're paying more in wages, so the price of those products that we are buying would also go up, and so that could also hurt the consumer because they're paying more and basically receiving less. And then also, setting a federal minimum wage reduces the international competitiveness of a nation by raising the cost of factor inputs such as wages and therefore output. The people believe that if they would raise the minimum wage, it would also affect our global competitiveness, because